Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is how to add some enemies to your game. Most video games have some sort of character that you've got to fight against or try to avoid. So in this case, I'm just going to add a pretty basic character here called the Stick. He's kind of stuck on the ground, but he can do things like shoot, or actually looks like he can close up and hide. So I'll put him on there, and we're going to program him to attack cycle. So we're going to say when you see, a couple other different ways you could do it, but probably C is the easiest. When you see, and we'll select cycle. I like to add an option here for nearby, or close by. If we don't do this and we tell him to shoot at cycle, it's going to kind of shoot as soon as we start the game. And he's shooting pretty quickly, so I'm probably going to die here in not too much time, because I got this guy firing a non-stop rounds of shots at me. So to fix that, like I said, it kind of works better to add to the program when you see cycle close by. That should help a little bit. Now I can drive around a little bit more before he actually starts shooting at me. And when he does start shooting at me, I'd be able to get out of there without getting hit too much. So that can be a nice way to kind of fix that problem. Another way you can fix the problem, because this does happen a lot, you can change the settings of a character as well. And what we would be looking for down here is the blip damage and blip reload. Right now he's able to fire off a shot every 0.05 seconds, which means he can pretty much shoot non-stop. So by turning this up a little bit, say to maybe 0.75 seconds. Now if we test it, so as I get out here, he starts shooting, but you see his shots aren't coming quite as fast. I'll get back in range there. So I'd have much more time to either fight with him or just try to avoid him before he's actually going to kill me. So that would be an easy way to put a stationary bad guy in the game. If you wanted someone to actually interact with your character and maybe chase them around, you could add a character. And this time, let's try, I like the fish. I got some students who like to make the zombie fish games. So we can put a fish in the game. And we could program the fish. First of all, let's change his color. We'll make him a black fish, since we want to be a zombie fish. Then, if we want him to actually chase our cycle throughout the game, you can say again, when you see in your main character, cycle. And let's go ahead and add close by, so he doesn't just start off right away, but once you approach him, then he'll start to chase you. We're going to move, and there's a command here for toward. And he's going to move towards whoever he saw. So when he sees cycle, he's going to move towards him. You can adjust the speed pretty easily right in here, either slowly or quickly. So if you feel like he's catching up to him too easily, you might want to slow him down. If you feel like it's too easy to get away from him, you might want to increase his speed a little bit. But if we try this, and he should start to follow me. And it looks pretty easy to get away from him. In fact, did he even stop? Yeah, he stopped trying to chase me because I got too far away. So to make this more dangerous, we'd go back to his program, and we'd add a line for when he bumps into cycle. We're going to have him damage me. So that's under combat and damage, and you can define how much he's going to hurt me. I'll try 5 points, and again we got to define, is it going to damage it or me? If I select me this time, it's actually not talking about cycle. This program is for the fish, so this would actually, if I select me, it's going to damage the fish. We want to damage it. That's it, the thing it bumped into. So now it should actually move towards me, and that was a little bit slow, so I'm going to increase the speed on this. Try quickly, and there he goes. And you hear him actually kind of attacking me a little bit. So I've got to try to get away from him, and it looks like once I get far enough away, he does stop. One way we could fix that, because that is kind of annoying that it's really easy to get away from him, we could program him and we could use multiple pages. So we could take everything that we've put on this page, page 1, and we can copy page 1 and paste it over here to page 2. And what we'll do here is we'll say, once he sees cycle close by, he's going to start moving towards him. And then we'll actually take off this row, and we're just going to have it move or switch to page 2. And we got to pull that underneath, so that when he sees cycle close by, he's going to start moving towards him. But then it's going to switch over to page 2. And on page 2, we're going to take off the close by, so that now, once he's engaged cycle, he doesn't leave him alone as much. And if he sees me, he's going to chase me. And now he should just continue to chase me no matter where I am. So even though I'm getting away from him, he's going to continue to try to follow me and try to catch up to me. Now, it'd be easy to increase the difficulty by copying this one fish and placing more of them out there on the map, so that when I get to different places, I start having more and more fish that are chasing me, and that should make the game a little bit more difficult. So that's how you can add enemies to kind of increase the difficulty and the challenge of your game.